go, Luxgiven, back with some more Solforge Fusion, and we are about halfway through a campaign at this point with the Utera and Aloyan starter deck combination. And I guess just as a quick recap here, we've got Visions of the Circle and Mad Lewinter's Memoir. All of my cards are scientists. Of course, that doesn't really help me just yet. Maybe we can find some scientist synergies, but for right now, the options are I can make all of my cards into zombies. I can, at the start of the first turn, create and play a level 2 Aloyan Foundry that creates an Ambriel. So that's an option. Then the last option is going to be when you use your Forgeborn's ability, play up to 1 dinosaur from your hand for free. And honestly, my thought process, I could see going for any of these. I like zombie for a very specific reason. We picked up the Mad Lewinter's Memoir, and we haven't found a payoff for it. So by also making all of my cards zombies, I kind of like double the chances that I could potentially find a reasonable payoff, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm also now just realizing, no, this is probably a green ability more than a red one. I was like, oh, because we picked the green character to face off against, did we get a Necrium, Aloyan, and Tempest like augments, enhancements? I don't think that was the case though. This was Nyx, and yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the case. Who knows? That's kind of an interesting thing to think about, or maybe it's the opposite, but I don't know. It would make some sense if like who you fought against determined what your augments could potentially be. So I'm half a mind to go zombies just because that gives me double the chance to hit on a zombies or scientist related enhancement that could have a really big payoff. Aloyan Foundry, not a huge payoff, all things considered. And Wandering Ally Dinosaur is really good. So I am considering this too. But I think I'm just going to go for Zrath's Banner and have 2 really interesting potential options. Now, here we see Aloyan, Tempest, and then Aloyan again. So probably not having like any impact on what you can find. And our modifiers are all warriors get +1/+1 at the start of each turn. We've got a bunch of warriors as well. When a lightning tamer plays an elemental, it deals 1 damage to all of your creatures. Bolstering Sentry's creatures get +2 at the end of each deck cycle. That's not really a big deal either. This is going to be the hardest one, so let's go for it. Let's play the hardest one just to make this interesting. So I have a few thoughts. One is that I still don't think many of these preliminary battles before Reclusa are that challenging. Oh, and we've got the Forge here, so probably we'll just go with Bartok, and then probably Bartok into Wanderers, but we will lead with Bartok for now. Could play a Stag. Alright, that's going to be... No, not a trade. That is going to take out my Bartok. But we can clean it up with a Wisp. So there we go. And I believe that... So this is all types. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, sorry, I have a few ideas going through my head. This is a scientist and a zombie, but any cards that I make are not scientist and zombies. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Wisp lines up real well right here. And then could try to make like a gizmo, something cool. I kind of don't hate just like War Machine. But War Machine doesn't level extremely well. Might want to play Metamind Overseer. Might just want to play Steadfast Justicar. Or Suppressing Prophet. Just for like reasonable levels. But I do think that Energy Surge is pretty reasonable. To just get ahead on like a slight level advantage over my opponent. So let's start with that. Oh, right. And then we're going to upgrade a card right now. I like how the Overseer lines up against this. But I think I'm just going to play this and probably play the Prophet, assuming my opponent's going to play something else here. Alright, they hit this for 1, but we will be able to do everything that we need to do. I intentionally didn't play the Wisp, so that way it wouldn't take 2. Then I play Suppressing Prophet and kill the Spell Sprite. That landed pretty well for me there. That's a nice little cleanup on this board. So yeah, I'm thinking, I'm not sure how long I'm going to wind up showcasing every battle in this game. Probably just level the Hibernating Bear for now. And then probably level one of these two things. But we'll figure that out in a moment. Yeah, I'll just get the Combat Techno Hulk in there, make a Wisp, and send it over. Okay, yeah, they're going to move that as well. I guess the Defender creature will eventually just die. But we do get to hit them for a little bit of power in the meantime, or a little bit of damage, I meant to say. Talk plus Metamind Overseer. I will just battle here. That seems fine. I think I'm going to go Bartok Open. It's a little bit awkward, though, because they could just move over this Stormling. So maybe I have to play Bartok here. Oh, I could play Bartok here. That could be good. I'm going to save my hero power, move this over, and Bartok here. If they play a spell, it's a little annoying. Alrighty, and then, yeah, they are looking quite strong here, right here. If you have a robot, I do indeed have a robot. So I think I will do this. Oh, I forgot this was going to get +4/+4. This is quite a nice card, but I don't want to put too much damage on it, like by blocking here, then it just gets finished off by my opponent's next elemental play. My health is getting a little bit low. Definitely want to be mindful of that. Again, no real reason to use my Forgeborn ability. Probably going to lead with the Combat Techno Hulk. Huh. Yeah. I think that's all we got. That's a very big card. That could be good for me. They did not play a spell this turn. And then this is actually a chump. So I don't love that. Maybe they'll move over their elemental. I think I'm lagging. Yep. Little bit of lag here and there. The game is like very intensive on the computer, awkwardly. But I'm having fun, despite a few hiccups here and there. Could just use one of these two cards to block. They certainly block a little bit cleaner than this 4/6. Oh, I see it. Awkwardly don't really want to move this into the path of the Venerable Stormling. But what I'm thinking is Relentless Wanderer can actually go here. This could just battle up against the Rageborn Eruptor. I don't like that I'm not pushing through damage with that, but I think that this is still the play here. Hopefully they move this over. No, they didn't move. So they're just going to be able to kill this Wisp for free, which is kind of annoying. But at least I'll get multiple activations out of this. I'll be able to use the Suppressing Prophet on this Lasher here as well. And then I can level up the Botanimate or the War Machine. I will probably just level up the Botanimate and use it here. So let's play a Gizmo, level Botanimate, and then throw it down here. And then I'm probably going to move this over. Probably play the Suppressing Prophet. Maybe I should have put this here first, but because I don't really want to take a whole bunch more damage. I'm only at 21 right now, and I'm losing 1 health every single turn. Huh. My original plan was to eat this. I could just let these two things trade, play Suppressing Prophet here. I think I have to do this. I don't want to just lose the value from my Gizmo. But do I trade? Yeah, I'm going to trade. And by trade, I mean positively battle here. The kicker being this is also going to survive right now. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, is that what I needed to do? Oh, can I undo that? No, I can't. Okay. I should have put the Witherfrost Circle here. I would have been able to play a free card, I think. Maybe. Maybe that's how that works. Alright, now I can play a Mega Gizmo minion, and I might as well just bring on the pain here. Try to just end this game as quickly as we possibly can. I think I probably play... The Biologist is interesting. Doesn't really pump up that much, so I think I do just play the Steel Plate as just the biggest card. Nice little 13-13 there. And send it. They just barely take this out, but we are still going to have 3 creatures to their 1. We've almost taken this out. It's not a warrior. Is this a warrior? Is this a it's a robot beast? Robot beast, unfortunately. Venerable Assassin is probably just the play alongside the Techno Hulk. Guess I just start with the Techno Hulk and then maybe I'll wind up playing Force Field. Man, they're getting me on multiple locations here with favorable trades. That's awkward. Give one of my creatures 6 armor. That allows this to survive, or this to survive, or just my 11-1 to survive, but then die next turn. It certainly feels like I just play this at this point. Yeah, not super exciting, but I think it's my only real play. Kind of want things to trade off so that way I can make use of my cards getting played in other locations. Bartok is good, but as the first play of the turn, it very easily just dies to Lightning Tamer. Suppressing Prophet doesn't quite work. Of course, this is quite strong. And we also have Botanimate, but all of their cards are weakened. I think I'll just do this. This could work out really, really terribly for me. What do they got here? Spell Sprite. That's going to let me play a card for free from my hand. I'm definitely in an awkward spot if my opponent plays another elemental, especially because this card has Breakthrough too. Alright, that's a little bit awkward. Don't think there's much I can do at this point. Oh yeah, there is. Well, I need to maybe start getting in damage. Oh, if I kill this with Suppressing Prophet, then I get to play a random card from my discard pile. I think that's good. I didn't need to lock this mobility creature in the corner. So this sequencing was a little bit awkward. I actually feel like it might be safer to play a Wisp and replace it. It never kills this thing. But it doesn't die to them just playing an elemental. Then I take 5 this turn, 1 from... That's very silly. Alright, let's try it. Because I think it's just pretty reasonably likely that they play another elemental this turn. Yeah, there we go. So, glad that I didn't do it the other way. This at least saved me a few points. Oof. That takes out my card before I can give it +5/+5. That's really annoying. I will still be able to play a bunch of cards this turn, but I'm going to take a bunch of breakthrough damage here as well. So I could just lose right now. Do I have a mage in play? I do. So I'm actually going to give my creatures 4 armor this turn. So that can work. And then I'm going to give them all +5/+5 here, I think, just immediately. I can't use this anymore. I could use this right now, so that way they can't kill any of my cards. Yeah, I am just... It's just safer. And then I'll use Sypian Augmentation to finish everything off, but then I lose from this. Shoot. There's no way around that. I guess I just lose. Alright, well, time to figure out what happens if I lose then, I suppose. There's nothing I could have done. Oh, I could have played 2 Wisps, but then I lose on the breakthrough. So, let's see what happens. I'm unable to defeat my opponent, and does this end my entire run? I feel like it might. I don't know, like, how much of this is reset, but I'm kind of curious to just, like, find out what happens. This is all about exploration. So my deck has reached level 6, and I get some upgrades for my faction deck. What's the difference? My Metamind Overseers become enhanced. Okay, so they can play up to 2 Mega Gizmos. Your Scythian augmentations become free if you have a mage. And your war machines become... Oh, they give a bonus to all of your creatures. Huh. Multiple gizmos, free if you have a mage. It's probably got to be free, huh? Yeah, I'll go free. Energy Surge is shiny, and the campaign ended. So what does that mean? That the campaign has now ended? We get to see this again. Okay, so I think I can restart this campaign. And if I change my deck, do I then lose all of this progress? I feel like the answer to that is possibly no. But just that you lose your individual campaign progress. Let's see what happens if we change. So, let's take a look if we were to play my sealed deck. Looks like I can use my sealed deck and still approach level 1 here. Okay, well that's interesting. I'm going to keep it rolling with the starter though, regardless, and hop back into it. So, that's interesting. That means that you can switch through decks and stuff. And I guess like I'm kind of curious if it would make sense to like just show the Reclusa fights or just show like play a little bit off camera. That way I get to play a little bit more. I don't have to worry about just playing when I'm ready to like record stuff and see how far we can progress this still. I want to get all the way to 10. I want to see what happens at the further ascension levels, and then I do know they are going to add another boss eventually. And for right now it's only Reclusa, but eventually more bosses will be in this. When one of your scientists comes into play, upgrade a card in your hand, then discard it. Feels like maybe we should make good on that one. The start of the game, your non-minion creatures with 2 or less attack get +5. I don't think that that's nearly enough of my cards. When you use one of your Forgeborns, play a zombie from your hand for free. So that would have been good if we made everything zombies. But I think this is really the only option here. Eureka. And we will get to upgrade cards whenever we play a scientist. I don't think I've got that many scientists, but if I have 2, they will then be priority cards to play. So I've got 1 and I've got 2. So yeah, those will now be cards that I'm looking to play whenever possible. Maybe I also shouldn't be, like, as we get the Venomous Wounds online. That was a very close game. Without those Venomous Wounds, I think we potentially could have turned that back around. Maybe I shouldn't be selecting what seems the hardest each time. Nova plays a Wisp in an empty lane at the start of each deck cycle. That seems pretty easy. Oros' creatures with decreased health get +1 attack at the start of each turn. Seems a little trickier. Crux Cobalt destroys your creature with the lowest attack at the end of each deck cycle. That definitely seems the toughest. Alright, let's try it. Let's go for the toughest again. Maybe at some point, just to get through these, I will select the easiest, but it also feels like the more difficult one should have like a bigger payoff, you know? But I don't think that that is quite the case. This is a trade-off here. If I have a mage, this is free. I do not have a mage, so just go for a trade-off. Could always move it if I change my mind. That's just a robot. That's just a scientist. Fair enough. And I will just play a Wisp. Taking damage already, but you gotta take damage to make damage, baby. War Machine on the Wisp seems fine. I also don't hate Botanimate. Stag is a trade. I kind of like War Machine here. I think that's very much a possibility. I want to get down the Hibernating Bear. So we might do this. Alright, a Wisp here next turn will allow me to trade off with that, so I think I will just throw down with the War Machine. It's maybe a little bit awkward to even willingly take damage on the War Machine. Like, should have just played that open. Bear goes down, but the Wanderer stays alive and can trade with either of these two cards, so it seems good for now. Maybe I'll play the Decayosaur here. What's my other play, though, then? Like, I probably want to play Voltaic Prophet and Energy Surge in. So let's maybe do this. Get a Gizmo, and then I do think I'll still go for the Decayosaur. Let's see, 9-9, 15-11, 12-9, 14-10. Yeah, I'll go for the Decayosaur still. I feel like I should just do this. If they could have killed it, they could have done that already, but I'll just do this maneuver. I have seen this card. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Mobility, and when it deals damage to a creature, that creature loses attack instead of health. Pretty strong card. And then let's armor up so we can shake this off. And Smackaroonie. Yeah, this is still strong enough. Wait. Oh, yeah, they ranked up, so they killed my smallest thing. Yeah, that's really good. We might want to just... We probably want to play the Scientist. We also can play a Gizmo first and upgrade the Steel Plate or the Biologist, potentially. Considering we know we're going to be playing this. Give the Wisps +3/+3. Doesn't really seem super useful either way, though. If this is a 3/3, then it can trade off with the 7/3. Yeah, sure. What happens if I play this first? I need to reread what my Scientists do. Yeah, upgrade and then discard it. Okay. Oh, I do have a Mage in play. Oh, 2 damage to all enemy creatures. Okay, so maybe I made a little bit of a mistake. But this is really good. Yeah, the plan was to do this. Play a Wisp here. Potentially get the Steel Plate in. Maybe I'll just upgrade the Steel Plate now and just play a Venerable Assassin. Alright, I'm into it. And I'm not going to use this yet, because I want to give all of my creatures armor. So yeah, let's hold off on that for just a moment. And more importantly, I want to deal damage to everything. Why did this shrink in attack? Did they use their Forge power? Yes. They pumped up this and they shrunk this. All right. Well, now I kind of wish I could replace here, but actually this will take it out, so it doesn't matter. And this will actually make for really good math for everything for me. Now I survive this and kill it. And we also shake off all of the damage that would have been dealt here. However, it had stealth, so we just smacked through anyways. Suppressing Prophet can kill this thing. That's really good. And then might play Relentless Wanderer with this Gizmo. We will get a free Oak Father here too. That's kind of cool. I think this has got to be the play. Give an enemy creature -5 attack. That's going to be used on my Wisp. Doesn't really do anything for me either way. I'm just going to play Suppressing Prophet. Would have liked to have played my Scientist there maybe too. But we get to smack for 15. Seems good. My opponent played a spell. And I suppose we actually do replace this with a Wisp just to get a little bit of damage in. And then end of turn, I get an Oak Father. And do I want to have the Oak Father go open? Oh, I don't get an Oak Father just yet. That's next turn. Next turn, okay. I was thinking just War Machine here. It's unfortunate that there's a bunch of cards that I want to level up, though. But the only thing that positively battles this is the War Machine. So War Machine it is, and then I will probably play the Hibernating Bear. Sure. Hibernating Bear is actually rather interesting here, because it'll deal 6 and survive, and then I'll just play an Oak Father here, I think, to... Okay, they're gonna switch some things around. What did they shrink? Oh, they shrunk this. Well, either way, an Oak Father will get to finish off this card. And then I destroy my lowest attack creature, which, yeah, that works out pretty well for me. Alright, Mega Gizmo minion on a Steel Plate, or an Assassin, or a Techno Hulk. This is the card that cares about warriors, right? Yeah, if you play it on a warrior, I get to give it +6. So it will be enough to finish this off. So I might be playing a warrior this turn. 9, 9, 8. Just gotta figure out what I want to Mega Gizmo. I think this card with mobility is just too annoying that I'll want to take it out with Force Field. I think that's the play. They shrunk this, but I think I'm just gonna turn this into a trade. That's all I got in me. Get this annoying thing off the board. Thank you very much. Oh, and that's a win. Okay, great. Wasn't even paying attention to that. I guess I probably should have pumped up this then, huh? Oh well. Sometimes Solforge is an interesting game where, like, sometimes you're just not paying attention to your opponent's health in the same way that you do in other games, because it's very much about, like, controlling the board whenever possible. And then all of a sudden, you just have lethal. There's just lethal puzzles. It happened multiple times against me in the sealed event where, like, my opponents didn't calculate lethal until halfway through the turn and then realized they could do it. At the start of the game, both players lose 15. When one of your Utera creatures comes into play, your non-Utera creatures get +2/+2. That seems reasonable. And then all of your creatures are also scientists. No, bingo bango, Eureka, Mad Lewinter's Memoir. We did it. We made good on a mistake from last episode. We have got, you know what, normally that is when I pause, actually, because this was 2 battles. Normally I pause there and restart the video, but this is just such a good combination that, yeah, I even forgot about that. So should we, you know what, I kind of want to play one more. We lost once in this video, so let's let's get a nice little adrenaline shot here and see what this deck can do now that all of my cards are scientists and every play upgrades. Like I was saying earlier, my minions are not scientists, I believe, because I think that they determined balance-wise that was just way too good. But I'm going to be able to upgrade basically my entire deck, and that should make for really, really powerful endgames. When Rooted Wartusk gains health, all creatures lose defender and gain aggressive. Don't think that means anything. Whenever one of your creatures comes into play, they lose printed abilities for the turn. Oh, goodness. That seems really annoying. Whenever anyone plays a spell, they get a mindless zombie minion in a random empty lane. Let's take this. This seems really annoying, and I think my deck is powerful enough that I can take on any new challenges here. Going to take a swig of water here. So this will not just upgrade my whole hand. I mean, I feel like I have to do this. Yeah, let's do it. And then I think I'm just going to maybe upgrade... Yeah, I'll just upgrade this. Feels weird to just upgrade Energy Surge. You know what? I'll upgrade Energy Surge. I'll probably be upgrading both of these cards, so it won't really matter. But Energy Surge is kind of not as useful anymore. Might just have to take 7. Kind of a bummer. If this combination, if the double scientist is not able to see it through, that would definitely be annoying. So Mage will allow me to play Sypian Augmentation for free and then armor this up, which means I'm going to be able to level up this entire hand here, which is pretty fantastic. I would definitely like to get a good trade with the Techno Hulk and the Prophet, and I think I'm going to be able to make an insane play this turn. I have a... Oh, this is a Mage as well. Okay, very cool. Yeah, so now I play this here. I level up Botanimate. Then we're going to Augmentation. Oh, this lost all abilities for the turn. Oh, so did this. All right. Well, no problem. This survives, and I can move this thing still. Arrogant Bartok is looking to trade here, I believe, and then probably something like Hibernating Bear center. I think that seems good to me. Let's just level up my best cards. I think I'm not going to level up War Machine because it really doesn't scale that importantly. I mean, it's a 16-10 on the final level, but you have got to replace something. I guess this actually does not level at all, so maybe I will level up War Machine. Oh, I could just level up the Hibernating Bear. What am I thinking? Yeah, I'll just level Hibernating Bear and play War Machine probably here. Bear for the trade. I'll do this, level up the bear, get the Bartok bonus. Yeah, we never have to play this bear anymore because we have got so much leveling in the deck now. basically my entire deck is leveled. I might never have a use for the enhance ability here either. That's kind of silly. Relentless Wanderer can still take this out pretty nicely. Maybe I play the Relentless Wanderer then? Yeah, I'd like to put a Gizmo on the Voltaic Prophet too. I think I'm going to hit enough leveled up cards that I really don't have to care about this. I'm going to level this up. And I suppose I will... Oh, what's happening here? Wait, I did get Eureka from the Gizmo? Oh, I thought that wasn't a thing. That's crazy. Okay, that's really strong. And then I'm going to go Prophet as my play for the turn, or just Wanderers. Let's just go Wanderers first. Thank you kindly. Which means that this will also... Oh, no, I can't activate it this turn. Shoot. Keep forgetting that. Might want to move over. But we'll pass here for now. Okay, I'll definitely move over and just trade with this thing. Crazy that I get to level up my whole hand. But yeah, all abilities getting turned off is definitely strong. Oh, this thing can move apparently too. And so can this. Wait, everything's got... How did they just move absolutely everything? That's silly. Shifting Stone Fist. Nice, nice. Do think I like me an Arrogant Bartok. I will definitely get the Wisp in here this turn. Yeah, these cards don't have mobility, so they played a spell that like gave everything mobility or something. Wisp here, that means Bartok here, and then maybe like Justicar here. Let's level up this Stag, I suppose. Maybe I'll just level up the Energy Surge for now, since there's no shot I'm playing this. This lines up fine. We've got armor against the 1/9. I like to keep those cards lined up against each other. But I think the opportunity to gain some health with the Stag might be more useful than one more health. Yeah. I buy it. And then we're going to upgrade this, and then we're going to play a Wisp and upgrade this. This is nuts. This is a crazy combination. And I could have had this in the previous run, but I was throwing to see what happens when you lose a run. That's what I'm sticking with here. All right, Suppressing Prophet to take out the Shifting Stone Fist could be a pretty nice way to finish off the level here. War Machine is good. Oh, that gets me a Mage in play as well, which means I actually just kill this with my Mage. So I guess I really just want to play War Machine right now. Do you have to do this? I wonder if you're allowed to say none here, because otherwise I'll have to discard this. It doesn't say may. No, okay, so I'm not going to be able to play the Sypian Augmentation then, because I'm going to play the Suppressing Prophet. So I guess I should have played the Suppressing Prophet first, but I didn't know if there would be anything else worth playing for here. This might actually still just be better to play. Because it takes out this. It allows me to survive this. But then I don't level up this card, and I don't hit them for 6 here. Alright. A little awkward. But we have to level that up and discard it. There could be a downside to, like, effectively milling my entire deck because I play through all of these upgraded cards. I do think Oakfather is pretty solid right here because we're probably going to draw a bunch of level 3 cards to play next turn. Eureka again, but I'm out of cards. And yeah, here's a bunch of level 3 cards like we said. The Bear Basher comes in. I just wanted to read what this did. It's not actually going to have any abilities on it anyways, right? Stealth? Oh, does it actually have stealth? Oh, maybe they used this. That's what they used. Raging Basher. Give your creatures stealth this turn. Alright, that doesn't really do anything. I think I'm just going to play Bartok and Hibernating Bear to, like, make a really big card. But you can see how that gets a little bit awkward and how you could run out of options eventually. Because I'm going to play my best cards this turn. But I think it still makes sense to do so. Yeah, there's no cards to upgrade. I think that still goes into my discard pile, though. So that's fine. And then unfortunately not going to make a gizmo for the bear. I'm just going to give it +8/+8. But that ain't too shabby. And I can play a gizmo here to trade this off next turn. Because these cards lost stealth now, right? It's only stealth for the turn. Yeah, stealth this turn. Can finish it off with the enhanced Sypian augmentation. That's probably pretty good along with some of these other things. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to present 3 lethal cards. I guess yeah, I can present 3 lethal cards. I just have to play... Wait, no, I can't play all 3 of these. So I guess I just don't worry about the Sypian augmentation. I just play Techno Hulk. And then Justicar on the second half of the turn. Could still make a gizmo here. Seems fine. I don't really see how I lose this. Yeah, easy enough. Alrighty. So this deck is seeming very, very strong now that we got the scientists in the lab here. But for today, that's going to be it for me. I will try to come back strong, come back swinging in the next one. But for today, that's going to be it. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.